Due to my original live commentary on this part being lost because my microphone wasn't on at the time, this episode will be done with post-commentary. My apologies. Where we last left off, Kamui and her team were about to face the 3 paired up Masters of Arms. How will they survive? We shall now find out. And yeah, they're rallying each other. These guys are kind of interesting. I don't know exactly what triggers them. Maybe a certain turn passing or attacking a particular enemy. But they are especially quite tough, mainly due to their effectiveness weapons. And you'll see they're just using regular steel weapons now because their effectiveness weapons won't work with Keaton. So at least we're baiting them out to use those so that they don't do massive counterattacks for other characters. And that guy's all like, oh, I'm still going to run back here. And yeah. Yeah, sure, you'll reach us eventually. Sure you will. Now, we've got so many characters here that I reckon I could try and take out all of these Masters of Arms now. However, I need to hit this to actually get the kill, but I thought it was worth going for it. Because, you know, I have other characters who can do it, and if I do hit, that's 1 down. And I hit, so 1 down. 1 out of 6 down.
Sorry.
I told you things would get a little bit more interesting before we had to ferry people across. And you're the one with the Pike Ruin Club. Yeah, the question is how to get rid of this guy now. And we still got a few more to take down as well. Still 5 left. And the annoying thing about enemies in pair-up is, if you don't completely finish off one of them, they'll switch over to the other one and have a fresh health bar. Paired-up enemies are always quite annoying to fight, but I'm actually liking this point in the game. They start really throwing paired-up enemies at you. And come on, Keaton, get a good level up. Your child's gonna join soon, hint hint. And yeah, his strength is pretty insane, which is good because that's the one stat that his stones don't actually boost. And yeah, went with Keaton to get the hit there because, okay, good thing this guy doesn't have full guard gauge just yet. I love that shot of the wall there. That is just such a great shot. And yeah, using Keaton because he would have leveled up anyway, so the kill bonus is kind of wasted on him. Okay, now 4 to go. Several of them are out of their pair-ups. The problem here is if I leave any of them alive, they're going to be using their effective weapons on us, so we're going to make sure we try, and of course going for the strength rallying guy first, because that's a little bit more dangerous. And yeah, Midori is awesome. She gets lethality. Just what I needed. I like how the animation that she does before she does lethality is is very different to the animation she does for a critical. So you can tell, like, if she starts walking back, she criticaled. If she just stays in place and does that little twirl pose, she got lethality. Yeah, I like that. Now, a crit here would also be quite good, and if I did get one, I got very, very lucky on this turn. No, oh, I did get Dragon Fang, though. Unfortunately, a non-crit Dragon Fang, no, that's not going to be enough. When I saw that flash, I was like, yes, I got the crit! And actually, just Dragon Fang. Oh, always annoying when that happens. We just need to take out this one, and he has a Pike Ruin Club, and I think an Axe Splitter as well, so we have to be careful. We do have Azura here, though, so we can always refresh someone's movement, which is good. And we'll probably need to use Xander and Effie here eventually, and maybe even Elise too, actually. 55 hit rate's not good. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Xander and Effie first, but Xander's going to do just a little over half. Effie does slightly more. So I guess we'll... yeah, we'll go for Effie here. Just need to weaken this one a bit. And then who should move next? That's exactly enough, but the hit rate is a bit shaky there. How about Nina? No, she won't do enough. But will she finish this one off? Only if Kamui hits their Dual Strike. But if she goes here, yeah, that's much better odds. I like that better. And yeah, they do. Keaton and Effie do the exact same amount of damage. Yeah, that definitely shows how powerful Keaton is. Elise can't quite get in here. Okay, hitting here would definitely help. Come on, Camilla, can you be awesome? No, you can't. Oh well. At least this guy didn't crit. But we did activate that, which is good. So even though she missed, she still does a little bit of damage. And yeah, even then, it's still not as broken as the Seal skills, because... oh yeah, and Nina's now guaranteed to shoot down this guy. Because it only activates when you initiate an attack, not in every single combat, like the defense Seals. So I really think the Seal skill should only work when the user initiates an attack, because otherwise, I feel they're a bit overpowered as they are. They either shouldn't lower stats by as much as 6, or they should only activate when you initiate an attack. Because I really think you shouldn't just be punished for shooting a defense seal character with an archer and then, you know, getting defense sealed. Okay, going for Mozu here in terms of that, and yeah, she's gonna get rid of this one. Now we have one more Master of Arms left. That little bow flip is kind of funny.
That went well.
And what level's Mozu now? Only 10, so a little while before she actually, before she can actually maybe reclass to something else. I don't know. If I was going to reclass her, I'd probably do it to Sniper because I like her having the bow rank, but losing Lancers may be an issue. Gotta watch out for those other enemies there. Also gotta watch out for, if only Elise had a, you know, now I think about it, yeah, I need to have Elise use a rescue staff here, because otherwise Camilla's going to get hit by a Pike Ruin Club, and that's not Pike, Axe Splitter, so that's not good. So meanwhile, you are hopefully not going to... Okay, that's painful. Not really, actually. And okay, yeah, there's the Pike Ruin Club, but Effie's got a full guard gauge, so she's fine. If Camilla got hit by an Axe Splitter, though, that would be bad. Yeah, she could probably... And you're still moving towards us like that. Yeah, you'll get to us eventually. Eventually. You keep telling yourself that. Just gotta watch out for that Basara there, because if it hits Arthur, that's bad. And Arthur doesn't do enough. I should probably get him a Tomahawk now I think about it. I mean, it can't attack from 1 to 2 range, but generally speaking, you're not going to be using these weapons for, if you're going to get attacked at 1 range anyway, you're just going to use them for range shots of opportunity. I do like how they've changed hand axes and javelins to work like that. They're more like how they're supposed to be. And, okay, Charging Star will do it. Here we go. And...
No more holding back.
Hyper Charging Star!
Evil has met its
Seriously,
max.
crit soul, that was pretty awesome. Also, if Arthur is Captain America, does that make Keaton the Hulk? Anyway. Just them left, and here's where things get kind of boring. So this is the point where I have to ferry everyone across that gap, and that's going to take a little while of just, you know, having... I'll just show how it works first, and then I'll just speed up the footage, because, yeah, seriously. So, we'll just show this, and then enjoy some sped up footage. So, for now, we mostly have to separate... So, for example, okay, transfer Xander over to Camilla, fly over, and separate. That's one person over. We need to get everyone over the cliff like that. Now, Percy is already carrying someone, so transferring won't really work for him. So instead, he'll just go here, have Azura dance, sing, keep mixing that up, have Azura sing for him, then he'll fly over the cliff, drop off Midori, and now that you get the idea, I'll speed things up. we're back. Hope you enjoyed On Glory's Wings, amazing battle theme from Radiant Dawn. At this point, I'm thinking of trying to lure some of these enemies towards us. And yeah, I did get a little bit of healing experience for Elise and a bit of dance experience for Azura. So she leveled up a few times there, pairing up because I kind of don't want dual strikes. But this is one of the few times here that in this chapter that, oh yeah, okay, everyone isn't quite across yet, but the reason why I am starting from here is because enemies are about to actually move, so... or they're not. Because it seems that these enemies don't actually move here until you actually attack them directly. However, I'm still... you can tell by the fact that I'm not speeding up, I actually... oh, that Hunkyu's painful. Thankfully, that guy doesn't move. I actually decided to just charge them right here. Now, life and death means that Tiger Spirit does a lot of damage, so unfortunately Nina can't double though. That's kind of bad. I may have to use somebody else here. So... sorry about that. Yeah, and then they're sending him over there. Seeing with Azura, that's why Azura's still over here. She makes the whole Dark Flight, not Dark Flyer, Malignite taxi service much easier. So yes, thank you for traveling, Malignite Airways. We hope you have enjoyed your trip. Next stop, Brokening. Yeah, for now I'm going to have to, I think I'm actually going to have to charge them with Xander and Effie. Or not, because they have good magic stats. Anyway, we'll see what I do eventually, but for now, we're just ferrying the last few people over, and... you are still rallying, thankfully, though you're alive. Oh, I just realized that Hinata's actually a Swordmaster, not a Master of Arms. Did you know that I did not notice that at all during the chapter itself? I don't know, Hinata just fits Master of Arms so well. Oh, and thankfully, yeah, I managed to calculate that with Life and Death, Effie does actually one-shot that guy before she gets hit by a Basara, So what I'm trying to do here is make sure that I do that with that Forge weapon. Yeah, I still can't believe this. Like, I think Hinata's stats fit Master of Arms so much that I almost can't comprehend him as a Swordmaster, so I didn't realize he was a Swordmaster here at all until I just saw his map sprite. Literally just then. I like how we're getting a good look at the ballista there.
No more holding back.
Well, that's gonna be overkill. That plus Life and Death, yeah, that's... yeah, he's gone.
Oh no, I'm hungry.
And she's weapon level A. Unfortunately, that is her cap. She can't actually go higher, which is a bit annoying. I'm guessing that only Spearmaster would be able to hit S and Lancers. I do kind of like how they restrict the S ranks to classes that are restricted to one weapon. That does make being locked into one weapon a lot less of a bad thing than it was in a lot of earlier games, and I do like that. But it is a bit annoying that not everyone can use S rank weapons in this game. Then again, actually reaching an S rank, you'll see that I've been using Effie most of the game, and she's only just hit A. It takes... I know that it's to compensate for weapons being unlimited use in this game, but it takes a while to raise weapon ranks in this one. Really a while. Like, actually getting an S by endgame without grinding is actually not guaranteed. Okay then, so I think now... gotta watch out for those Basaras, just in case somebody has bad... because anyone who goes here is getting shot by the Ballista, and then they're getting hit by the enemies. So, Ballistas can't actually kill anyone, but they can weaken them to the point where other things can. Really? Yeah, I hate it when you're just a little bit of experience off. And meanwhile, the rest of us will just wait here. Only a few more people left to ferry over. And then the real battle begins. Yeah, lunging there might not be a good idea because I'll get in range of the sniper and I won't be able to attack, and Kamui does nothing, of course she does. But for the moment, I just don't want Nina to get hit by the Ballista and then hit by the enemies. That wouldn't end well for anyone, so yeah. For now, that Ballista's shooting there, does 2 to Arthur. You are attacking normally, and of course, I can't counterattack because I don't have the 1-2 range weapon equipped. You, on the other hand, have the Hun-Q. I actually realized recently that Hun-Q, because Q is how Yumi is pronounced when it's in a compound, it's an alternate reading of the character for Yumi. So Hun-Q is basically half bow in Japanese. I knew the Hun would be half, but I didn't realize what the Q meant, until I looked up that Fujin Yumi was actually pronounced Fujin Q in the Japanese version, and realized, oh right, it's an alternate character reading, which I'm still really, really bad at. That actually does quite a lot though, but then Arthur takes quite a lot in return. Do I want to try and take out the ballista, or you know I'm going to go for this guy first?
We can do this together.
You know, I just realized if I ever reclass Xander to Great Knight, he would look really bad with the generic Great Knight palette. I like his whole Dark Knight look, and without that, he just would kind of look bad. Okay, let's just Nina you. Nina's actually been quite useful for me so far. Don't really like her personality. Well, I like certain aspects of her personality, but the one aspect that I don't like is unfortunately the one that almost all of her supports boil her down to. That was much better though. Okay, just a few more enemies there. Really, I don't have to fight these ones, but come on, I want the experience, especially seeing as I'm skipping out on Hinata's group. I'm going to need all the experience that I can take. Just gotta be careful here, because ballistas can't kill, which is good for flyers. But if they get into the range of someone else, yeah. Not so good. I just want to make sure, like if I paired up with someone who gave him +1 movement, like that, we can actually go there, and then we can attack the guy who has the Hun Q, but we can't double him, unfortunately, which is annoying, but it means his demise. Well, I just, yeah, looked at that just for the comparison's sake, and yeah, she's going to die, so not doing that, obviously. That guy's eyebrows just wiggled there, because I've changed the combat forecast. Anyway. Aha! Your bunny is useless thanks to my Jewel Guard. You have quite possibly the only bunny in existence who is not ludicrously overpowered. That was something that I actually did say in the live commentary, I remember that. And yeah, want to make sure that I do that, otherwise Percy would be the one pairing up with the non-flyer, and that would mean I'd be delayed heavily. But for here, yeah. Was at this point that I also mentioned that I've seen a certain movie lately which everyone should watch because it is amazing, and yeah, the one issue that I have with it is that everyone underestimates a certain character because they're a bunny, and they should realize by now that bunnies in everything are ridiculously overpowered. And yeah, I mean seriously, Megalot Bunny, Yarn, the rabbit from Monty Python, which was probably one that started the trend. Rabbit Spirit in this game being the equivalent of a silver weapon, yeah, bunnies are overpowered. At this point, I'm starting to plan my offense on the wall, but for now, I am just concentrating on the lower things. But we are moving some people who I will want to bring up the wall soon. Anyway, just a few more enemies to deal with, and yes, like I said before, get used to Hinata using his rally skills. He'll be doing that the rest of the map. And Nina got hit there, but thankfully, she is fairly magically resilient against that Basara, and for some stupid reason that Basara is just standing there and not running forward and using his lance. I don't know why he's not doing that, but I guess he's programmed to just guard the ballista, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, this is not actually going to finish you unless Nina gets a crit. Okay, I think this is where I mentioned that you having the one bunny that's actually not overpowered. Oh, and she got a crit. Now, I actually have heard, speaking of Nina's crit portrait, that it's actually a little bit different to her real portrait, and some people take that as evidence that maybe the child characters were added later in development and they kind of rushed the portraits. Because, yeah, you can't quite tell there, but if you look at the critical portrait on its own, you'll notice that it's a bit different to Nina's normal portrait. Also, by this point, I planned that Xander and Effie, as well as Kamui and Nina, maybe not Kamui and Nina, but Kamui maybe, are going to be heading up through these staircases. There are a lot of archers in the way, though, but I think Xander should be able to take them on. Yeah, that is, and I have a Beast Killer, by the way. So that's not going to be useful here, because in fact, there are no mounted enemies in this chapter at all. Which is another thing that I only really, just realized. I know weapon triangle disadvantage, but still. It means there's another turn if you're using the ballista. At least ballistas are only a mild annoyance in this game. They're only really a threat when there are other enemies nearby. In some ways, I don't really like that as much, because in earlier games, well, particularly the GBA games, ballistas were a pretty huge threat to under-leveled characters or any kind of mages or things like that. Back in Lynn's story, the first time I played, Lucius met his unfortunate end at the hands of a ballista during Lynn's story. Yeah, I lost a lot of people in Lynn's story. Good thing you're in permadeath training wheels mode at that point. Of course, then again, I also lost a lot of people permanently in the main story as well, because I didn't realize they actually died. Once I read the epilogue and realized they all died, I was like, oh crap, I'm never doing that again. And I knew you'd do that. And yes, thankfully, ballistas can't kill in this game. Thankfully. Because otherwise, that would have killed her. Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, I really want this sniper to die now, so we're just gonna go just through it, use Xander.
Good.
And, yeah, there's still the one up there, but I now need to heal Nina immediately. Thankfully, Elisa's not actually doing too badly for starves. So, yeah, we're about to make our assault on the Great Warrior's Wall. The Great Wall, or the Great Wall of Broken, as I like to call it. Of course, we're going to want to transfer you back over, and now's the time where I plan my offense. Those guys have Silver Yumis and those skills that boost their damage on attacks, which is not good. And speaking of that skill, I've also learned recently that that skill in the Japanese version is named after a 4-character proverb that means, like, victory goes to the one who makes the first strike. I really like Quick Draw as a translation. Even though it's not a direct translation, it's really appropriate for the Archer class. So Quick Draw is definitely appropriate. One other translation that I absolutely love is Servant's Joy to Live to Serve. That is just the best skill name ever, and it just sums it up so well. And again, like, it really fits. Like, originally, like, Servant's Joy, it's not an expression that you really use, but live to serve is the exact same meaning, really, but it is an expression that we do use. So yes, it's finally time. The assault on the wall is going to begin, and wow, that's a terrible hit rate on that Calamity Gate. But as you can see, weapon triangle advantage over lancers, weak to bows. So let's go for the bow then. We're gonna just advance quite slowly, because we don't want to provoke all the snipers at once. And yeah, these things still remind me of Sigma viruses. Don't know if I've mentioned that in an earlier part or not, but they really do. Even though I've never actually played that game, but I have seen no damage runs of it, which are pretty entertaining. Yeah, the question is who to send in now. I sort of want to send the squishier characters first, just so that all of you are going to double him, aren't you? Yes, you are. So, yeah, squishier characters go in first, so they can stay more towards the rear. And I'm going to leave those chests for now until I actually, may as well use Nosferatu just in... Those chests look huge when the map zooms in, by the way. They don't actually show up on the battle backgrounds, though. And yes, as you can see, we are well and truly on the wall now. But... yeah, squishier characters go in the rear. We've got to be careful who we send through these doors, because, yeah, you have to go there and you go near those archers, and that's not good. And also, I need to keep Nina alive, because otherwise I will have very bad... well, I won't be able to get those chests easily. A rare situation where the Leo's Ice Blade doesn't actually do as much as other things. Using the Dragonstone Plus, because I need the defense here, I really do. Okay, that's lucky, but that was a kill. Okay, that was good then. Thought that wouldn't kill for a second there. Okay, that takes some of the pressure off, but we still have a ton of snipers there. And, well, as you can tell, as you probably can tell by now, snipers are one of the strongest classes in the game these days. And those guys have lunge and can potentially lunge you into range of a lot of snipers, which is not good. Yeah, definitely want to go through this stairway to get my more frontline fighters in here. I think Arthur would probably get doubled by everything. Yes, he does, yeah, just to check there. Although that is with a hand axe. The problem is, I can't quite tell if he's going to get doubled without a hand axe. He might, but I don't actually think so. Killing one of those snipers would be good right now, but that does mean that he has lowered defense. I'm just checking how much defense he has with the Beastone Plus. 22 is not bad for a defense that's been lowered, but it still means that he might be taking quite a bit of damage. Okay, once again, the Hulk and Captain America fighting together. And unnecessary crit, because that's Keaton's secret. He's always angry.
What a pain.
Now, I really wanted to get rid of that Ballista this turn, but I'm not sure I'm able to actually do that. Especially seeing as if Xander and Effie go through there, they won't have much movement remaining. For now, Lisa's just going to... Actually, no, wait, yeah, I'm going to need to heal Xander. And Effie, actually. But for the moment, I'll just heal Xander. And yeah, I like to get more supports up between these two, because that is pretty awesome. Especially since she mentioned how much of a hero she saw Xander as in their supports. Now, thankfully, thank Naga, these ones do not have counter. That would be, yeah, much worse if they all had counter. Now, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to kill this one this turn. Yeah, I do 29, and I was hoping to get someone else to finish him off, but in the end, I don't think I was able to do that. Okay, he got speed. That's good. That's still good. It's funny, Xander's skill isn't fantastic, but it's still enough to get by. Yeah, here's a problem where I can actually get Midori in there, but Midori would probably die if I did that. Everyone there is debuffed because they've been using... actually, yeah, there was a Beastone Plus and a Dragonstone Plus. And yeah, here is a problem. So, I can't kill this guy at close range with the Ouchie's dagger. So, yeah, and I really need to keep Midori alive so I can get those chests, because I am not losing another chest again. Need all the gold I can get, and I was pretty sure that at this point one of those chests would contain gold. So, yeah, but I was also sure that those archers would spell death for people, so I needed to be careful of that. Especially careful of Midori, because she's a little bit fragile. And I can't switch over to Percy, obviously, because then he'd be even more fragile. Also, Camilla's sadly on her own there, because Kamui and Nina are now paired up. Don't really... I mean, it's not really necessary that I continue to keep them paired up, but I guess I'm doing that. For now, I'm just going to have... here's the question. Yeah, I'll do that for now. I really hope Midori doesn't die. Let's do this. And yeah, Amaterasu's healing them. And that's why I wanted to get rid of that, and this was a, yeah, this was a problem. So, sorry, Midori. Yeah, so I planned on making sure that sniper died this turn, but I couldn't do that. And because of that, you did exactly enough. And now Percy's exposed. That's not good. And now you're doing 20, which is worse than I expected. Okay, thankfully Keaton's got a guard gauge coming on, and you are going to lunge Xander, aren't you? I could just tell at this point. Spearmasters are pretty dangerous because they double you quite often. Okay, even though I dual guarded that. Xander just got lunged, didn't he? Yes, he got lunged. And, yeah, this lunging from you worried me. However, because Keaton is going to kill this guy, and I'm so glad he dodged there because he may have died if he didn't. Because, oh wait, he's not actually going to kill. Yeah, that was one off. That is frustrating. And that means Keaton's getting lunged. Yep, he is. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't expect Oboro to move that soon. That's not good. That's really, really bad. That's really bad, because one of you has you have a sword catcher, which is not good for Xander. But what's worse is Oboro's Luna, which is going to result in pain and death. And here's the thing. Now, at this point I realize, because Oboro has moved out of her post, technically speaking, I might actually be able to rush past her without killing her. And if I did that, that would actually be quite a feat. So, at this point I thought, okay, I'm actually going to try and avoid Oboro if possible. Now, I'm not sure I can avoid. Also, at this point I've decided to get the chest. And it was a boots. I am so glad that I got that one, and I didn't miss that. boots. I was wondering where the fixed boots were in this one, because people did tell me that you got boots if you killed Shura instead of recruited him, which some people choose to do, but so that's the thing. Like, technically speaking, if you're not using him, then really there's no point in not getting those boots. And I don't use him in most of my playthroughs, and boots are useful. The thing is, when I play Fire Emblem, I recruit everyone where possible, and I just could not bear to actually kill that guy. So, even though it's more optimal from a gameplay standpoint to get those boots, I probably wouldn't want to do that. Anyway, we have more boots now. Wonder who's going to get them. You'll find out in the next part. But anyway, now getting rid of you, although as long as there are still snipers, that ballista is still a threat. And yes, it proved its threat back then by, yeah, remember how I said ballistas weren't really a threat unless you had unless there were other enemies around? Midori learned that the hard way, so yeah. Now I really need to protect Nina, because otherwise, oh, and here's another problem, is that if I try and block off that ballista space with Keaton, the Spearmaster might lunge him off of it, and Oboro would attack him. But I'm more worried about the Spearmaster lunging him off of it, because that would actually be kind of bad. I think despite the shaky hit rate, I really need Nosferatu here. So I handled the earlier part of this chapter quite well, but it's around here that things started going quite downhill. There are just a lot of enemies to have to deal with on these walls, and if I had... yeah... And here's where things are about to get even more painful, because we have Masters of Arms, we have Oboro, which is really, really bad. And I probably should maybe attempt to tank with the Beast Rune, but there are magic-using Basaras up there. And you have quite high defense for a sniper. Really high defense for a sniper. Also, I thought that was Camilla for a second there, but it's actually Percy. Except you are going to die to Keaton, which I might want to do. Or I might want to weaken you so Percy can finish the job. That and save Keaton's defense stat. And not debuff him anymore. Okay, so at this point I can... Okay, yeah, this is a problem, because if Percy misses that, he'd die. And I don't like those kind of situations, because I tend to get bad luck with them. So at this point I decided to hit this guy with the paper armband first. And okay, I was expecting Mozu to critical there, but she didn't. And now we still have a miss or die situation, but I think Percy's chances are a little bit better here. Speaking of which, again, I'm really, really glad that ballistas can't kill, because otherwise Percy would probably die to lots of things. Okay, so yeah, if he misses this, he dies, but I decided to go for it because I wanted to, and thankfully I got it, so yeah. Just realized that, yes, Ace, in his zombie wyvern form, technically has a generic palette. And I can't quite send Camilla that way because I want to get rid of that Spearmaster, but then that one would shoot Camilla and she would die and it would be a bad day for everyone. Well, I mean, you know, I don't really like Camilla all that much as a character, but I still wouldn't want her to die. And there's no way that Camilla... At this point I was wondering, oh, can Camilla go up there, attack the enemy, then go back down the stairs? No, she can't. If this was Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, and she had the mounted unit cancel mechanics of that game, she probably could, but here, nope. You know, I wonder if it's possible to pull the same cheap trick that I did in the the Sevenfold Sanctuary, where I just went in, lured the enemies, then went back down the stairs. Might be possible to do that here, but yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I was just thinking, okay, but yeah, you could do that, but your turn count would be terrible. My turn count is pretty bad, thanks to ferrying people over here, but I really don't care. I've never cared about turn counts at all, so yeah, and I think saving Hinasa's worth it. And yes, spoilers, I do save Hinasa here. But will I save Oboro? That is the question. We shall find out. And oh boy, yeah, I didn't realize that you would double Odin. That's really bad. Thankfully, I've got Nosferatu here, which thankfully is just enough for him to survive that. Get a full guard gauge, which means that the next enemy who attacks him will be lending his HP to the almighty Odin Dark. And 24 is good, but will 24 be enough for him to survive? Because he gets doubled, which is not good. So he drains, and nope, not enough. And so...
And Odin Dark.
yeah, he said it. That was bad too. So yeah, by this point, things start going quite downhill. And, oh no, Ophelia's now in range of enemies. If she crits with Mjolnir here... At this point, I was thinking if she crits with Mjolnir, and she did, I was thinking this might be bad, then I realized this guy's in a pair-up, so actually he's still blocking this spot. So hopefully Ophelia won't be able to get attacked anymore. You are actually kind of weak, and you're not going to lunge me because I'm going to finish you, so goodbye. I still love Xander's kill animation. It is apparently not unique. Apparently all sword paladins do it, but Xander's just looks particularly cool. And... oh, that's only 9 damage. Okay, that's fine. Fine. Okay. Completely fine. However, Oboro here is on the dual strike. And yeah, we get to hear Oboro's pair-up quotes as an enemy, which is kind of interesting. I like that they're actually letting enemies pair up, because again, we actually get to hear pair-up quotes from an enemy. So Ophelia survived miraculously, but here's where things are going to get really tricky. How do I finish these enemies without killing Oboro? That is the question. Also, that guy's got Defense Seal. Whoever attacks him is going to have lower defense for the rest of this turn, and that's going to be bad with all these guys. Not only that, but we've got two Defense Seal people here. Though Effie can one-shot one of them. Going for Boulder Suplex just so she can counterattack any of the snipers who hit her, or Basaras. So, one Defense Seal down, that means Effie doesn't get sealed, but there's the other guy, and I don't think I'm going to avoid getting sealed by him. Okay, more strength and defense, that's fine. She doesn't have nearly as much defense as she really should have, but still. If only Ophelia could use Nosferatu at this point. But anyway, a dual strike with Effie might do quite a bit. Critical, please? She's not getting as much of a bonus to critical because of, you know, Dark not being here anymore, but we weaken this thing a little bit, and she gets Defense Seal. But hopefully, if I don't let her get attacked by any enemies this turn, this should... that's not good. This should hopefully... and I can't kill that guy either. I can with Camilla, but if she misses, she's probably going to die. And Dwyer's not going to be able to double. A massive hit change between the between Dwyer's Forged Bronze Dagger and between his Votive Candle there. Beast Rune does 19. I need to use the Beast Stone plus if I want to kill this guy. And that's going to be kind of bad for him on the enemy phase. But thankfully, this gets rid of all of the Defense Seal guys, which is going to really help me in the long run. Of course, not the Defense Seal is going to matter much when you have a Boro who can just halve the defense anyway, but still. Glad she doesn't have seals, and then you have Strength Seal, which I don't find Strength Seal all that bad in this game. And he has a Battering Club, which means he can't counterattack at close range, which is very, very good. Unfortunately, the Grim Yasuo will not actually kill him. And I need to keep, I really need to keep Nina alive for the next chest. Because, yeah, I want to make sure we get that chest. And I unfortunately have to use Kamui here, I think. Okay, so either I have to hit both of those, or I have to hit one Leo's Ice Blade. I actually don't see why I went for the Grim Yasuo here. I think actually the Leo's Ice Blade would have been a better... And yeah! Miss! I should have used Leo's Ice Blade, actually. One hit of like a 70 is better than requiring two 78s to hit. They both had to hit, whereas with the other one I only needed to hit with one. Of course I wouldn't need that at all if it weren't for true hit. Well, apparently people have concluded that the formula in this game might actually be something along the lines of, it's still two random numbers being generated, but the first one is tripled. They're added and you divide by 4, so more weighting is placed on the first one. So if you rolled a miss with the first random number, the second random number is not likely to save you. I'm not sure how I really feel about that system. Also, there are still rumors that maybe they use they only use 1 random number for low hit rates and 2 for higher hit rates, which means that in a weird way, my reverse true hit with lower hit rates having a higher chance of hitting and higher hit rates having a higher chance of missing may actually have been true, which is a scary thought. That was just a random conspiracy theory I had with how lucky I was getting, but again, it might actually be true, and that's kind of scary. Yeah, I don't think I like the way they handled the hit formula in this game. I think there was nothing wrong with the original true hit system. If they wanted to nerf dodge tanking, they should have nerfed the evasion formula itself, not the way the game calculates hits or misses, because that rigs the game to be more based on luck. Because, yeah, it is more based on luck now, because the first random number is weighted at more heavily than the second, which means if you're unlucky on the first roll, the second roll is not likely to save you. So, yeah, overall, I'm not really a fan of the new hit system. It's probably my least favourite thing about this game in terms of gameplay. Overall, though, apart from that, I think this game has the best gameplay in the series, but at the moment I think I'm just checking if everyone's going to survive. And wondering who I should have Azura dance for. Sing. I keep making that mistake. But yeah. So 1 more hit and Effie gets a full guard gauge. But Camilla is kind of in danger here, especially if she gets lunared, which I'm guessing might happen. Also, Oboro has counter, and she also has warding blow, but it's not like I'd really be fighting her with magic anyway. Now, okay, yeah, Azura literally can't go anywhere. Well, not literally, but, I mean, if she moved 1 space further, she'd get attacked, so... And then she would die, which would be bad, so I have to refresh Kamui, and now Kamui is going to smash some face. As she does. Except that would get rid of my guard meter. Which, might be a problem. Okay, I can't actually kill that one with the Grim Yato. Okay then, if Kamui gets attacked by... Also, at this point I realize these enemies here are literally attacking us with Tiger and Bunny. Though I don't know what that... don't know anything about that show except its name, though. And yes, Kamui did in fact smash face. Yeah, if Oboro attacks her, I wonder if there'll be a special conversation. Usually retainers have special conversation with Kamui, though I do wish there were a little bit more special conversations. Meanwhile, Hinata's just being useless down there. Uh-oh! Wait a minute! Why'd you attack the one with the full guard meter? That makes no sense. That really doesn't make any sense, because she could have gone for Kamui and she could have potentially looted her. Oh well. I'll take it, because now Oboro is the only one left here, and at this point I'm actually thinking, you know what, if we rush past to these stairs, we may be able to save her. And I did read before this, I don't know exactly what it is, but Oboro's death quote is apparently really, really sad in this chapter, so avoiding her dying might be really good. So for now, we're actually going to try and avoid her. Since she's the only one left, we just have to sneak past her and endure a couple of attacks from her. Of course, also endure her counters, which is going to be bad too. So yes, here we go. Now, I'm worried a little bit about Keaton there. Keaton has a habit of accidentally killing people that I want to keep alive. Cough, cough. Ah! Well, that's bad. Cough, cough, certain boss cough of one of the paralogs. I want that chest, and in order to do so, I think I'm going to actually try and block Oboro off here with some unequipped people. In fact, I just realized I may in fact be able to box Oboro entirely. So, or I could equip the Dragonstone, because that's probably not going to kill her. And better defense is worth it. So if I, like, move Camilla here, maybe? I may actually be able to box Oboro in. And I just realized that I just moved the one person who can actually open that chest to a position where she is now boxing them, so... Might need to actually grab Nina here, and that's, I think, what I do here. Yeah, I take Nina. Don't want to attack Oboro. And yeah, now Oboro is stuck. She can't actually go any further here. So we hopefully should be able to grab this chest without unleashing horrible, horrible Oboro death. And if worse comes to worse, we can always jump down the stairs here, and then go around the other stairs and come up the other side. avoiding a Boro that way. She can't follow us down the stairs. Elise is at A, and oh no, not thankfully. Her staff rank caps at A. I'm guessing that only maids and butlers can S staffs. Anyway, yeah, I'd really like to be able to grab that chest, but I don't think I can at this point, so let's just send ourselves over here. Now we just need to not get lunared. Okay, Aboro. Well, okay, no special boss quote for Kamui, interesting. Aboro, please be gentle on us. Don't Luna, please. And that's fine. Uh-oh. Oh no! And dead. That is the problem with Aboro. No, that wasn't supposed to happen. Stupid Luna. Yeah, that was really, really bad, and now we have to run before Aboro kills us all. 10,000 gold. I'm glad that I got that, because I missed some gold, I think, in an earlier chapter. I think it was the Fuka chapter. I missed some gold in that one. So now, yeah, the question is, we have to... Well, not the question. The answer is run away. Run from the Luna using Maniac. And I need to get somebody, And I'm not falling for the heal thing again. No, I'm not. Gonna pair up there, and then I'm gonna have everyone else just run away. Run for the fast stairs as fast as you can. You can't catch us. We're the Norian men and ladies. And Nina's gonna be able to get hit. Okay, don't die, Nina, please. Please don't die, Nina. Please don't die, Nina. Ah, she went for Camilla instead. That's actually kind of worrying.
Be careful.
Because that happened! Yeah, I know you love Takumi, but you're kind of a maniac at this point. Hey, Camilla's alive! That's great. But, yeah. Annoying that I lost my live reaction to Camilla surviving that. I kind of screamed when that happened. I was just like, wow, that is actually awesome. And we're going to swing around the other stairs here. Except, can I still save Camilla here? We can actually send a few people through those stairs now. But Aboro is still hot in our tail. And, yeah. We have to be very careful, because if we're not, those Spearmasters may lunge us into Takumi's range. And, yeah, we don't want to fight Takumi just yet, because, you know, he is the broken one, and we need to prepare for that as much as we can. Keaton will definitely help against the broken one. Now, I'm not entirely sure why I did that with Camilla there. Oh, actually, yes, because Camilla's out of range of anything, so that's good. So, we can't use the stairs there, but we can actually heal, because Elise here is out of range. So, go be a good sister and heal your big sister like that. And now it's time for the enemies up on Takumi Tower. After some rallying. And now Takumi is shooting us with the ballista. Okay, now I'm actually really glad this guy started attacking, because that means we can actually kill you for experience without having to kill a Boro, and that's great. So another enemy that I need to get rid of for experience, and I forgot that Ion equipped her weapon earlier. That was really annoying. That lunge may actually help me now I think about it. And hi there, Takumi Jewel Strike. I'm so really? Well, at least of all people, the 2% crit happened on Effie, the one who could survive it. But that was really, really frustrating. And now the stairs are a bit clogged. And that's really bad, because we need to kill this... I can't kill them both this turn. That means we're stuck. We're stuck with a Boro. And being stuck with a Boro when she's angry and has Luna is not good. And, of course, that would have to miss. I really wish I was equipping a weapon on Effie there. That would have made things so much easier. Wondering if Arthur might be able to get a crit here. A crit here may be useful. That would definitely help, but he gets doubled, and I don't like that 14% crit chance. Against enemies with crit bonuses, which I think Spearmasters do get, Arthur's personal skill is actually pretty bad. So... And I think that I may actually have to use just the Beast Rune, because I don't like the idea of getting lunged and then into sniper range and getting criticaled. That would not be a good day for anyone if that were to happen while he was equipping a stone that lowered his defense. Well, he's at least getting more strength. Yeah, his strength is pretty amazing. I'm not sure what it caps at, but it must cap pretty high. So I want to get rid of that Basara. Really what I think I should have done at this point is I should have boxed it in, but just to protect some of my people. But for now, I don't think I did that, and that may cost me dearly. So here's Camilla, and misses. And misses, so missing fight. But she does lower its HP with that. I still like that, how it works even if you miss. So even if you don't do anything in terms of actual damage in the combat, you actually still get some, you know, productivity out of fighting. And you have a full guard there now. You are being very unlucky with your Tiger Spirit today, though. And Mozu in general is getting much better stats on this run than she did on the other run, I'll say that much. And here's a problem, because yeah, that might be bad. For now, we're just going to stay here and hope that Percy doesn't get... I don't know what I should... Actually, though, I have a pair up here. We can actually go through here and finish off this guy. But then that will leave Oboro. Well, actually not finish off this guy yet, but I think it's best at this point if I... Oh yeah, I needed to be careful, because if I had Percy go over there and use his hand axe or bolt axe, then he'd actually be in range of that sniper. The sniper would be able to shoot him from above those battlements, and that would result in dead Percy, which we don't want. So, going ahead and doing that, just so I can now finish with Nina. Bo is at a disadvantage, but in this case, once again, the sword is actually helpful here. I like how she started off with an automatic D rank, not an E rank, kind of. I wish Ophelia would start off with that, but yeah. Might have been more beneficial now I think about it to recruit Ophelia later on, but oh well. More speed on Nina's always nice, but now we have to endure another turn of Angry Oboro again. And uh-oh. Ballista, that's not good. I'm sorry, Camilla, I kind of forgot about that Ballista, and, well, yeah.
Don't forget.
She said, don't forget me. I believe my live commentary here was, like I forgot about that Ballista. Yeah, like I said, Ballistas are only a threat when there are other enemies in the vicinity, but in this case there were. And, oh great, you're going to get a full guard meter, and that means I don't hurt you, and that means you get to hit me for 10 again. And that means that you get to do stuff, but I am very glad that I'm in guard stance, because I don't fancy Xander getting Takumi'd at this point.
Pay attention.
Okay, yeah, that was actually pretty lucky of Xander there, dodging an 80%. I mean, he didn't need to, but it was nice. And as you can see, those Spearmasters have now swapped over to a fresh one, so that's bad. I need to kill that sniper, but if I get into range of Takumi, and I'm thinking at this point, having Arthur in range of Takumi, bad idea, considering that Takumi is famous for the nickname Crit Kumi, and Arthur gets critical more easily, yeah. Snipers are one kind of enemy that Arthur really does not like fighting, that and Swordmasters, but I mean, you wouldn't send Arthur to fight a Swordmaster in the first place.
Victory is mine.
I mean, unless he was a hero and using swords more. Xander's been doing quite well for himself this chapter. He's definitely made up for his very, very bad performance last time. And he's got an A rank, which is his cap, but you know what? It doesn't matter because really Siegfried is all he needs. So I don't really care about him not being able to use an S rank sword, whatever it may be. And I can do that. You, sir, are going to get wolfed.
In the name of justice.
And I'm actually glad these things don't have seal defense. See, it's weird how they don't really spam defense seal this late into the game, which I'm glad for. That's part of why I actually quite like this chapter. It's tough, but it still feels fair, and it's not overtly cheap. Now, I need to get Azura up those stairs this turn. Otherwise there is going to be some Oboro death on our hands. So we're going up those stairs, and this is a problem. At this point, I was starting to think that I kind of wanted to have I keep calling her Midori. 6% crit rate is kind of bad, but I think I'm going to risk it. I was going to try and have Mozu, I don't know why I keep mixing them up, Mozu fight Takumi, because a lot of people say that Mozu is not as useful on Birthright as she is on Conquest, because being an archer, well, archers are less valuable when you have Takumi, who is amazingly overpowered. And yeah, because of that, I was thinking that Mozu should get her revenge on Takumi here by fighting him. I'm wondering, yeah, I think that's the safer option, because this is not a if I miss I die situation. Thankfully we hit, so we didn't need to worry in the first place. Okay, Percy, come on, can you get a decent level up? Actually, that was pretty good. And yeah, I used lunge there just to send myself further a while. And to get out of that hallway and not clog it up for Azura. Just seeing how well Nina does, and of course Takumi does exactly enough to kill her with perfect accuracy, so nope, not going for that. Rallying skill is really not going to help against Takumi, but you know what I really should have done here? I should have had Azura sing for Mozu to get the inspiring song boost, but oh well, benefit of hindsight and all that. I did want to heal Xander though, because I think Xander's probably my best bet against Takumi. Him and Effie, because we need good defense with someone when fighting someone who's going to crit so much. And yeah, you still have the Invisible Kingdom boss theme. There's totally not something suspicious going on with you. Uh-oh. Well, I'm glad that I have a guard gauge for this. Okay, now the good news is, Oboro is now 100% safe now that we're all up here, because she's not going to climb up the stairs and get herself killed. So, Takumi, I've spared your waifu. Please thank me for that. Yeah, I still think it's canon that Oboro and Takumi are together on this route as well. Also, when I first saw Rend Heaven on him, I was thinking, that's a bad idea. I was thinking, oh hey, Oboro and Takumi is canon because he has Rend Heaven, a Basara skill, but then I realized, I think Takumi already has Spear Fighter as a reclass option, and whoa, that's a terrible hit rate. Yeah, I need to use Xander, but there's something else that might be useful here. And yeah, so don't attack this guy with Arthur at all. Yeah, I gotta go for Xander here, and I've also got to watch out for that Vengeance skill. It's gonna be activating almost, and of course that misses. Speaking of Vengeance activating almost all the time, there's that. Thank I was going to say thank you guard gauge, and then I realized he's still got another Vengeance anyway. So yeah, Takumi having almost the absolute best skill stat in the entire game, and he has the 2 skills that activate based on skill times 1.5. So yeah, Takumi is kind of tricky here, and you can't just charge him and attack him in close range because of point blank. Sniper bosses are pretty rare in the series for good reason, because, you know, a boss who can't counterattack is kind of a pretty easy target. But they thought of a way around that in this game with either Hunkyus or Point Blank. I actually like that, because I like the fact that you actually do get some sniper bosses. I like the greater variety in boss classes. Okay, thankfully you have no crit rate against Keaton. But Keaton doesn't do very much back to you, and he could potentially get... Unless he's using the regular Beast Stone, he could get Vengeance Rend Heaven. In fact, Rend Heaven on Keaton is going to hurt a lot. I didn't even consider that at the time, at all. But, yeah, now I think about it, with his strength stat that high, Rend Heaven would really destroy him. And I may find that out now, actually, if I get really unlucky here. I kind of forget how well this combat went. Keaton crit here. Okay, yeah, I'm so glad for no Rend Heaven. Rend Heaven would have certainly killed him. And yeah, at this point I think, okay, I need to beat Takumi this turn. Otherwise somebody is going to die. But how do I do that? His evade rate's great. I really want Mozu to finish the job, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. And then I realized something. Wait a second. Ophelia has a certain skill that could actually be quite useful here. The Mistletane's got a fairly bad hit rate, but if I go next to him... I'm just getting a better hit rate here with the support bonuses, and now it's going to finally hit me. Here is Heartseeker. Yeah, Heartseeker is definitely going to help, and it's going to affect my other characters too. Although in hindsight, I probably should not have gone for this. I was hoping for a crit here. And well... I got a crit alright, but it wasn't mine. And Takumi instantly destroys her horse's armor. In all honesty, I should not have gone for that at all. And that seems very much like a death quote, not a retreat quote. I really should not have gone for that at all. I was surprised he just got that regular 9% crit and not the, like a skill activation. But also going to heal Keaton, just in case I don't finish Takumi off this turn. Because, yeah, Vengeance shot, Vengeance Ren Heaven on Keaton at this point is going to be painful. However, if Xander hits this, perhaps he can do this. Okay. Norian scum this! That is exactly what I said in my blind run, by the way. Is this how it ends? We'll find out. Got a goddess icon. Oh, and it's a cease chapter, so we have to wait one more turn. So, yeah. Takumi, at least be thankful that I spared your waifu. I'm sorry for having to fight you like that, but we had no choice. Both your retainers live, though, and I'll just at least pride myself on that. They better get out of here before Iago comes, though. He's not going to be happy when he finds out about this. That is, if he finds out. If it's good. And just getting a few last bits of experience. And you know what? Justice reigns! I had to do that. Had to seize with the hero of justice. So yeah, that turn count was terrible, but yeah. But this is odd. The chapter's title hasn't actually come into play yet. This confused me at this point. I was like, wait a minute. Why is the chapter called this when there's no evidence that he's possessed yet? Anyway. Takumi, give it up. You've lost. Your brokenness has failed. Although now I think about it, I think Takumi may be the one rotting in a pit of eternal torment. Leo, don't be a jerk. Your sister was nice to her counterpart, you be nice to yours.
What?
Oh no, that's probably not a good idea to have mentioned that. Takumi at least will let you see her. Yeah, when Garen arrives... And he's saying that again. When Garen arrives, he's not going to be happy. He kind of has a point here, but... Garen was the one who gave her the sword. I really understand... I totally understand this, but... Because she has because the others are her real family too.
Takumi.
You're both her real family. That's what makes this so hard. Takumi's reaction here is pretty heartbreaking. And then that happens. Uh-oh. Now, I should say this. I already saw this image in video thumbnails. But I thought it would happen when we actually fought him, not at the end of the chapter, so its timing actually did surprise me. So yeah, Takumi, are you okay there? Are you alright there?
Stopped.
I am a shadow, the true self. A way to escape, huh? Why do I get the feeling you're already a prisoner? That's not the way of escape I had in mind, Takumi! And I have a maid accessory on Azura, which is kind of ruining the mood there. Here's the thing, though. At this point, in my original commentary, I said this. There's no way they'd reveal Takumi is that deeply possessed, and then immediately kill him off. That doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I'm sure it's not over. It can't be over. Because, yeah, there's no way that they would do that. Yeah. They show off something that important, and then immediately have him die? I think he's still out there, and that means no death montage. Yep.
Takumi!
No body. We know what that means. He must have fallen here, but he's gone now.
Wait. Azura.
I think there's something very suspicious going on here.
Listen.
Something is controlling Takumi. In fact, at this point, yeah, I almost don't think Takumi is alive. I think something else is using his body, just like Garen. Maybe the same thing that got Garen got him. I wonder... I'm trying to recreate my blind reactions here. That's pretty much what I said at this point.
Listen.
So yeah, we don't have time to figure this out. But I'm sure we haven't seen the last of him. There's no way we've seen the last of him. Yeah, we need to make sure we get out of here before Garen arrives.
Understood.
He's not going to be happy when he finds out that Takumi spared Oboro and Hinata. Yeah, where are you? And what are you? That's the real question. I don't think he's even Takumi anymore. So, with that done, that's the chapter over. Next time, I think Kamui is going to be going somewhere else, a little bit of a detour, to look for Takumi. And I think she'll find something, but not the thing that she was looking for. Ah, poor Takumi. I really hope things are going to end up okay, but I think they probably aren't.